There are going to be some lawyers that don't like this, but the easiest way to tell if a lawyer is a good lawyer or a bad lawyer, from my perspective, is to ask them this one simple question. Do you use litigation funding? Now, let me explain what that is, right? Companies come to me and they know that I'm working on cases and they know that I put forth money on those cases to make them go through. It's called costs, right? But there's companies and there's big wigs in big fancy cities that have developed a way to fund these cases, right? So they come to lawyers like me and they say, hey, lawyer, instead of you spending $100,000 of your money on a case, why don't you spend $100,000 of our money, right? But instead of paying us back $100,000, you're going to pay us back way more than that. But guess who gets charged for that? The client. And what that does is that makes less money in the client's pocket at the end of the day. So if you want to know whether or not your lawyer's willing to essentially put his money or her money where their mouth is, ask them if they use litigation funding, and know that if they do use litigation funding, it's probably going to affect the amount of money in your pocket at the end of the day. Now, there are specific nuanced cases where I would be okay with it. Those are very, very few and far between. So if you want to know if your lawyer is a good lawyer or a bad lawyer, from my perspective, ask if they use litigation funding. If they do, tell them not on your case.